Hello everybody, and welcome to my Let's Play of Westerado Double Barreled. So here's a little game that really took me by surprise. This is a sandbox game, and I feel comfortable saying in the same vein as the Elder Scrolls series, as Grand Theft Auto, as Assassin's Creed, any of the big AAA sandbox games. Now, obviously, this was made with just an absolute fraction of the budget and staff. The thing's 2D. It's got sort of, not exactly pixely, but pixel-esque graphics. So how on earth is this similar? Well, it's what I sort of hope to show you through the Let's Play, but just as a broad strokes, this is a game about exploration. There's an inciting incident that happens pretty soon on, and you'll see that, and it drives us out into the world, into this world of Westerado, just as we're driven out in any of the big sandbox games. We meet people, we influence them through our words or through our actions, and we mold the world. It's really a complicated machine with a bunch of levers to pull and buttons to press, basically. And through deciding exactly the way that you want to be and the way that you want to act, you really change things in this little area. So it's there's a main quest which is relatively short, which allows for a lot of repetition, and in this first playthrough I'm going to basically blaze through that as quickly as I can to show off the structure of the game, and from there we will start pushing buttons and pulling levers, like I said. So saddle up, put your spurs on, or whatever cow people do, and join me for Let's Play Westerado. Now, you may want to close your eyes for this part. This is all 4 characters. Only the hero starts off unlocked. The rest of these you have to unlock by playing the game. But that's fine. This isn't really a major spoiler. So we're going to play as the hero, because that's the only one that lets you do the tutorial, which is the intro section. It's a great tutorial. And so it also introduces the story, so buckle up and let's go. Now, one of the things about Westerado is there's a fairly simplistic interface. It's WASD to walk, you hold shift, you run, E interacts with things, although there's not that much to interact with. Alright. You talk to people again with E. I think that painting up there is supposed to be some kind of reference. Check out that creepy guy in the mirror there, that's kind of interesting. So we're buffalo herders. And through conversations with people, you can affect them one way or the other. This being the tutorial, we are kind of railroaded into helping our brother, so we might as well do it willingly. That little guitar riff, I think, meant we got money. And there was no way around this. She would tell us to help him out if we said no, and we wouldn't get the little extra bonus there. You can press E to keep going with conversations, or you can just leave at any time by running away. I don't think that usually matters. Look at the graphic style, isn't this just fun? Like, the music is pretty good, you can wander around and explore, the environment reacts to you pretty well, watch the chickens running away from you there. Anytime you talk to somebody, you get that little animation frame in there. Ah, what's up, Mom? Let's see, so we have our sister on the ranch. So we don't know where our dad is. Presumably he's off doing something Western. We're gonna be a good son. It may be a little dull, but we're close to our family. Yeah, alright. I got one further question. And so we have a brother and a sister who's been away. Now again, you might have seen that you can eventually select them as characters in the menu, but don't let that distract you. The story is kind of asynchronous, and so just because we can select them as characters doesn't mean anything in particular. Anyway, she's off to the big city. Alright, Bro has finished shooting all the barrels off here. He's apparently the gunman of the family. Morning. Kind of a sleepy little intro. I like that little Western guitar. Yep, I'm ready to go. Let's do it. And you can see he shot the lock over there, doing exactly the same thing. So shooting is obviously going to be a mechanic in this Western themed game, although we have no gun as of yet. Like I said, it's a pretty simplistic interface. It's just WASD, D, and E so far, and Shift if we want to run. Alrighty. If he wants us to herd the buffalo, we'll herd him. Fortunately, there's invisible walls keeping them from running out all the way. Oh, some of the buffalo got away, but I guess they got in enough for me to count that. So now we run after it. Herding isn't a huge mechanic in this game, but let's just take a second and appreciate the nice intro there. And it's always nice to know that that is an option. I mean, I guess as buffalo herders, that is one of the first things that we learned. But that's just some good Western-style music. I guess we're probably in like Utah or Nevada or something like that. Not sure exactly. The use of color palettes is really warm, you know, contrasting the blues with the oranges for day and for night is... Uh-oh. I think we have our inciting incident. Also, I guess we didn't care about that buffalo in the end after all. Well, let's see, what do we have? Oh, bro, mom's dead. I always think this is a person, but no, this is just laundry. That'll make more sense later. About his hat. Also about the bandit. Welp, it is vengeance time. Note that text can go slow if people are being more dramatic, like here. And here we go. This screen, and that particular little musical cue, means that we have a clue as to his appearance. Alright, gotta go find Uncle. Ooh, gotta take it. Relieve him of his pain. Oh gosh. I don't know if I want to do this. Yeah, don't give up. Oh. This is a pretty harsh little intro we've got here. So we took it with J. We cocked the gun with K. I will, brother. Don't worry. And down he goes. Yeah, that's a heck of a way to introduce. So there's our dead mom and our dead brother and our burnt ranch. That's an inciting incident if ever there was one. But this is as fine a time as any to talk about the shooting mechanics here. Shooting, and shooting quickly and maneuvering yourself quickly, is going to be very important in this game. We are a gunfighter. And so, when you're out walking around, you press J, you pull your gun, press J again, you holster it. But you can't fire the gun right away. You've got to pull it out and cock it. And you do that through JK. And you can do that very quickly, and you'll need to do it very quickly as the game goes. And then JKK fires. You press R to reload, and you only get 6 shots. Now you see I have 3 hats up there. Hats are a lot of things in this game. Hats are a metaphor for sex sometimes, for whatever reason. Hats are also health. There's sort of an old Western trope of somebody gets their hat shot off in a gunfight. Well, hats basically act as armor. I've got 1 hat on and 2 backup hats, so if I get shot, my hat flies off, and I take out another one and put it on. Once I've lost 3 hats, I'm hatless, and if I get shot again, then I die. That you can continue your game unless you're in Iron Man mode, at which case you're just gone forever. Bro, when you play him, never wears a hat, so he's always super vulnerable. And so that's basically all the mechanics right here. There's like 2 extra things for you guys to learn. There's no bullets to buy. You have infinite bullets all the time. But if you run out, like I'm about to here, you can't fire until you reload. And you don't have to reload all at once, so that's just kind of fun. Alright, you press P, you can see the map. You can see we've got a lot of area to cover here. But unfortunately, it's still dark out. Now, one of the neat things about this game is the freedom that it gives you. That tutorial there kind of railroaded you because you didn't really have your gun yet. But, hello, Uncle. If I really wanted to, I could kill Uncle right now. We're not going to do that because this is the first game. We're trying to do things simply. But let's go tell him what's happened. Yep. Figures. And notice we have our little western drawl going on there. You can never really see anybody's face. They're all hidden below the hats there. So yeah, we have our inciting incident, and as I've mentioned before, we got a single clue about what he looks like. And he's got an edged hat, and that means there's a few kind of hat types that he definitely can't have, and he definitely has a hat. But you can see we don't really know what he looks like, and so as we get more clues, that will fill in, and we'll find out exactly who the murderer is, and then we'll be able to recognize him. Also, all of the controls are listed right there. So that's all for now. Let's get down for a night's sleep. All this would obviously go much, much faster if I wasn't worrying about slowing down and showing everything off. Alright, Uncle's got more to tell me. Yes. Thank you. Right. And this is the standard mechanic we're all familiar with. Uncle gives you a journal. Great. Can do. Got it. So let's just preview shooting here. Just like that. Easy as you please. You can walk around with your gun drawn, although people in town get nervous if they see you with that out. We could, if we wanted to, head back towards the ranch, although there's nothing there. Head up north towards Clintonville, and check out the horse. Anywhere that there is a horse, anywhere that there is a horse station, you're able to ride to. We'll talk about extras later. But I'm going to walk it. I don't feel the need to ride into Clintonville quite yet, because I'll just show off a bit of exploration. Now that we're in a new place, we get a new map icon, obviously. There's buffalo around. And one of the real fun parts of this game for me is just walking around exploring everywhere. So you see we can head east to the train station, north to Clintonville. Now if this was me, and I was playing this for myself, the very last place I would go is up north into Clintonville. That's kind of eerie, statue. Can't shoot the statue. You can shoot wildlife. Sorry, chicken. It was your time to die. Nobody's around to get mad about that, but obviously people get mad if you shoot stuff that's theirs, or if you shoot them themselves. So like I said, normally I'd just go exploring and find the whole map before I did anything. But since this is a quick play, we're going to head right up into Clintonville. And here we are. Now you'll see that most people have just got a variety of attributes. They can be fat or thin, wear different colors of jackets, hats, have different bow ties and stuff like that. Also notice when you're talking to people, you are always able to draw your gun. This guy says we're a good... you're also able to accuse people of being the murderer, although we really don't have enough information right now to do that. Now this is fun. It's one of those rare guns, apparently, and he wants to have a closer look, so we'll go ahead and draw it. Anytime you draw it, people get that jagged line thing, because it's, you know, they're in an intense situation. Normally they're frightened, but this guy, you know, he wanted to see our gun, so we drew it for him. And we're allowed to be open or closed to people as we wish. Well, thanks, Clintvillian. Yeah, it's nice to have strong family ties. Notice East Clintwood, founder of Clintonville. Very funny. We got our wanted posters up here. So this guy, these two were both in Santa Ana. they're not always dead or alive. Sometimes it's dead or deader, and you have to kill them. Sometimes it's just alive, and then you have to bring them back alive, but that's neither here nor there. Now here we have our first actual character. Most other people are like Clint Villians, which means, you know, standard NPC. What do you need, concerned wife? Will be helpful. Well, since I need to talk to the bartender anyway, that sounds fine. I'll go get him. Actually, what about the sheriff? Can't he do that? Sheriff's lazy. A common Western trope. Yeah, I'll go get him myself. This playthrough is all about simple answers. He seems like a real winner. You know what I'm doing with her, is you're coming with me. So here's another, really just about the final mechanic, is sometimes people won't be convinced just by talking, and you gotta draw your gun. There we go, that's our first quest. I agree, concerned wife. And see, now because we did that quest, we get our own little personal escort. I happen to know the sheriff's up here. They're dead around the forest. I'll take the first wanted poster that's around here, probably. Alright, so there we go. Another quest to talk to the sheriff done there. I can either say somebody burned down my ranch, although I don't so much care about that. I care that they murdered my family. The sheriff is not too keen on this. Yes, I do, Sheriff. Well, I might not be ready yet, I'll believe that. And see, here's the thing. Most everybody actually knows who we're dealing with, but they're all terrified of the guy. Which is kind of interesting to me. They really give the bandit who burned down your family's farm a big role. He's kind of a second player character, almost, just for how everybody cares about him. Okay. So, he's got a black jacket, and I need to go see Rancher Bob. You gotcha. Anybody around here? Oh, train station. 250 bucks, not bad. Somebody alive around the train station. But first, who are you? I do seem good with a gun, teary-eyed woman. You murderer! So, apparently, her husband has died. And there's bandits. And the preacher left. So that's bad. Oh, I guess her dad lives up there. Never mind. Well, that's something we can help with pretty easily. I'm a real gentleman. So let's head up and deal with this problem. And let's get our first little taste of combat up here. Here's the Gravedigger. We'll meet him later. There's tons and tons and tons of stuff I'm just kind of running by because I'm trying to get through this playthrough quickly. Okay, that's a coyote. And taking out your gun can alert bandits. So coyotes can attack you, so it's good to take them down first. You can see that guy has a bola. If he hits you with it, then you get stuck. One of those guys has a shotgun, which has a big spread but is short range, and most of the rest of these guys just have regular pistols. Now, there's a few things to note. They can shoot each other. That's nice. Ooh, there's a scorpion up there, too. I think one of them just did shoot each other. Yep, the shotgun one killed one of his buddies. If they shoot you again, your hat goes flying off before you die. And finally, if you manage to hit them exactly in the hat, like above a headshot just in the hat, then their hat flies off and you can pick it up, which is nice if you're down a hat. Alright, that's all that, so let's take care of business, huh? Ah, you see I shot his hat off right there. The other nice thing is he surrenders, and so that doesn't count as a kill. That's a kill. Sometimes they drop money if you kill them. There we go. And if you shoot the hat off of them, that counts as neutralizing them. It's nice sometimes to go through without killing many people. There's obviously a lot of graves in here. Oops. And there's my first lost hat, because I'm a big old dummy and didn't see the scorpion. You can shoot them and take care of them. I think this lady might give me a hat, though, so I can get that back real quick. That's not really why I did the quest, though. I did it. Graveyard is safe. I killed and drove off everybody. Actually, they're still there, but without hats, they won't mess with anybody. I'm a true hero. That's true. Oh-ho. Tan belt with a small gold buckle. That's 2 clues in 1. That's pretty good. Alright. So now we can see, we've got a much clearer idea of who he is, although we're not, for sure yet. Obviously, we've got a ways to go. Notice up here, if you will, there's a little stash of free money bags. You can find those all over the place. Make yourself some real money. Now this lady, yep, will give you a free hat, which is nice. Let's see, a few other things to do around town, I believe. Well, first we'll go up and see that rancher that the sheriff told us about. They said that he could offer some jobs, which we are definitely in need of at this point. Just avoiding the coyotes. Most people you see outside of towns are bandits, so they'll get in fights with you. Notice now that we've been here and there's a horse, we can ride from here back into Clintonville. And here's Rancher Bob. Looks like his place got burnt too. We're not talking to this red dress lady. We'll do that in a future play. Having some troubles. Okay. Well, I think we might have the same problem here, Rancher Bob. Yeah, that's a common thing you hear. Sounds good. Alright. Yeah, what are we going to get out of this? So, there we go. Let's go right away. We're going to drive the buffalo to the fort, and like you said, the more buffalo that are alive, the better. And the Beefhead Bulls, which are a bandit gang, are out to kill all the buffalo. Now, I really don't like these ones because if we shoot the rancher too many times, I think he gets spooked and runs off. And besides these guys being deadly, the rancher's liable to get in your way or even shoot you half the time. So, alright, he's fine. He's just gonna run away. That's fine. I'm almost better off without him. Hopefully he'll still give me the money when I show up. Hey! So that was our first horse battle. Man, I should have just shot him a couple times to begin with to get him off my back. 300 bucks, not bad. Figures, Rancher Bob. Okay. Well, there we go. Gray slacks and white shirt and tie. Sure, he was working for the oil tycoon, huh? Oh, that's sounding worse and worse. So whoever this is, he's got the whole area under his thumb.